Good morning, everybody. It's Rose. Today's January 24th, and I wanted to update you on the Pastel Dragonfly. This is my least favorite diamond painting so far. It is actually a very pretty picture, but it was a nightmare to do. Okay, so I guess where I left off, I had... I'll show you the diamond painting again. So I had started off doing the first 3 inches, and because of all the popping drills, the very first night, something I'd never done before, I Tombow aqua glued the top 3 inches to try and keep the drills in place. And that seems to have worked pretty well. I mean, there's still a little bit of popping, but the next day when I filmed the video and drilled a little bit of the next section, there were drills that had popped while the glue was wet, but it seems like there hasn't been any further popping. So this section here now is, it's set. I mean, it's not perfect. It's still, the drills are uneven, and I'll get in for a close-up in a little bit so that you can see the rows are not straight and all that stuff. And partly that might be because I was using the multi-placer, but part of it is definitely the fact that there are many different sizes of drills in this diamond painting. Very, very inconsistent. So, so what I tried next was, for this section here, I used only square-topped drills. So I picked out all of the drills that had diamond tops, and I used only square top. And this section here is actually not bad. Like, there's no popping at all in this section. Well, a little tiny bit, but it's not bad. And then I did this section here, and this was the section that I drilled on the video, I guess 2 or 3 days ago. And I used the diamonds only here. And as I get down close, you'll see, well, yeah, you'll see that here the drills are not even. They're not the same size. They're not sometimes the same shape. They're not the same height. And it doesn't look as nice. And then I was going to try all kinds of different things to see what the heck the issue was, but by the time I finished this, I knew what the issue was. The issue was the drills are terrible. And the glue was not great either. So the other thing that I was doing was I had pushed down the glue using Rowanna's tip from DIY Moon Shop, of using a drill pen or something that's got a fairly, sharpish edge, but that's not going to damage the painting. I used like a drill pen or my tweezers or something like that for the little rivers of glue. They weren't rivers because they didn't bow the canvas underneath. It was actually the glue that was wrinkled when it was laid down, so there was extra adhesive. And I cut those rivulets with an X-Acto knife for the rest of the painting, and then used either my tweezers or just to be absolutely true to Rowanna's technique, I used a drill pen to flatten the raised bubbles of glue for the rest of the painting. And I think that helped. Up here, I hadn't cut the bubbles, and so even though I had flattened them and here I had flattened them the night before I started, but when I woke up in the morning, they were raised again. It was like they had refilled with air and pulled away again. So when I was videoing before, I actually cut them with the X-Acto knife. I'll insert the video here so I don't have to keep referring to what I said in it. And if you want to go back and watch that video or parts of it, go ahead. So cutting the glue with the X-Acto knife, like actually slitting the bubbles open before I flattened them, made a difference. So going forward, if I ever get bubbles in my canvas again, I will definitely cut them with the X-Acto knife before I flatten them, just to ensure that the glue has escaped, or sorry, the air has escaped. Okay, so diamond or square tops here, beautiful. Diamond tops here, not beautiful. And then I just decided I just want to finish this thing. So what I did for the rest of the painting was I just used whatever drill I picked up. I didn't sort them at all. And so, but I did continue to use the tweezers exclusively because I wanted to see if I could help it to look good with you know, the more precise placement of drills. So that's what I did for the bottom here, and I mean, I think the tweezers helped, but I did have some issues. So let me fill you in on day 4. So day 4, that was when I was doing this section. No, this section here. Yeah, this section here. And it was after I shot the problems video. I actually accidentally stuck a page of my notes because I laid my notebook down on the canvas while it was uncovered. I mean, stupid me. Anyway, I stuck a page of my notes to the canvas. So I was able to use the Minecraft family tip of using a baby wipe, or, you know, a hand cloth, not a hand cloth, but, you know, those disposable kitchen wipes, to remove the paper. It worked like a charm. So I'm going to insert up in the little eye a link to the Minecraft family video that I learned that trick from just a few days before. I think I watched that video just a few days before this. So I had hoped I would never have to use it, but I did. So the canvas remained sticky, maybe not as sticky, but it was still sticky. And apart from some residual ink that, you know, was embedded in the adhesive, there was absolutely no damage done from having the paper stuck. So I was really glad to hear that, or to see that. Okay, I also noticed as I was working on the bottom half of the painting that the drills are definitely different depending on whether they're square or diamond cut on top. For example, the diamond cut 775s are big. They are too big. And the diamond cut 3811s are concave and very, very small. So I'm gonna zero in here now with the camera, so just bear with me while I take you out of the holder. Okay, so the 775s is this whitish kind of drill here, okay? It is the predominant color on this diamond painting. And these are jammed in here so tight. I mean, there's some that are popping out. Like I did all of this section, like this bottom quarter of the painting. I did it all yesterday because I just wanted to power through. And because of the high predominance of 775s, the drills are they're just crammed in here, and you might be able to see that some of them are popping up a little bit higher than others. In some cases more, and I pushed them all down last night, but you know, you see here that these drills are popping out. I have not rolled the bottom 2/3 of or 3/4 of the painting yet, so I will be doing that after this video and then sealing it. So the 3811s that are very small and concave, those are the yellow ones that you see here. Oops. Yes, so those are the yellow ones, and they were just terrible. Like I stopped throwing away the bad ones because I realized there was no way that I would have enough because most of them were bad. They were super concave. In some cases, they were so thin that they were translucent. And in a number of cases, not just with the 3811s, but with one of the greener drills, they were so thin that they sometimes broke because I was trying to push them in to a space that was too tight for them to start with, and the thinness of the resin, like they would break. So that was something. So I'll definitely be doing Tombow on the remainder of the painting. I might redo the top of the painting as well. I don't know. I mean, this painting is never going to look fantastic. So so if there's a little bit too much glue on one section, I'm not too worried about that. Let me see what else I've got. Yeah, by yesterday, day 5, I was just trying to finish the diamond painting. And the drills were just so terrible. So, it was the DMC 369, that's the yellow, sorry. That there were so many that were thin and translucent and so concave. So I don't know how well they're going to adhere to this canvas. I know the Tombow is absolutely required because only the very edge around the outside of the drill would actually be in contact with the glue. But I was afraid of running out, and I was just pissed off with this whole exercise, and so I used them anyway. So yeah, I also the day before yesterday contacted the Artback embroidery sticking company or store, whatever, the Artback, whatever, and asked them to replace this diamond painting. I sent them a link of the problems video and said, look, you know, like I love the picture, but this is a terrible diamond painting for the canvas and the drills. And so I asked them to send me the same painting, but in a round. So a 30 by 40 round diamond painting. And I heard from them today, and they said, if I put in an order and contact them, they'll be happy to give me a discount. Well, I don't want a discount. I want my money back, or I want a different diamond paint. Like I want a new diamond painting with drills that are going to fit. So I will be getting in touch with them, but I wanted you to know what the status of that was. Let me just take a look at my last few notes here. Just back on the theme of quality of the drills. There were some bags of drills that I opened that there were more concave drills than there were flat-bottomed drills. So that was just pathetic quality. And the last comment that two comments. The drills last night, I finished this around midnight, and they were, in some cases, the drills are popping to the point where I'm not sure if when I Tombow it, they won't lift off just, you know, from running the glue spreader across them. We'll see. And I'm not gonna do another video about this because I just don't want to waste my time on this anymore. And my final comment is because of the quality of the drills, the poor quality of the drills, I will keep the spares because, I don't know, now it's a thing to keep the spares, but I am going to keep them in a separate envelope or bag or something like that for bad drills because I don't ever want to have to use these unless they're the only thing I have. So that's the end of that. I want to end this video on a happier note and I will show you. I'll put you back in the holder here for a second. Okay. So there were a couple of colors of drills for this diamond painting that that weren't too terribly bad. So I was actually missing 966 from this painting. This was one of the first ones I ever did. I think I ordered it off, I'm not sure, Amazon or eBay, can't remember. I'll put the link to this painting down below in the comments. I didn't do an unboxing for this one because it was one that I acquired before I started shooting videos. But anyway, I finished it with some of the leftover 966s. Oh my God, stay off my painting. From the leftover 966s from the Pastel Dragonfly, and it turned out really well. Again, this was super early on in my diamond painting, like I say, first or second one. I'm really happy with the way it worked. The drills fit together beautifully. Like, I was not big on technique at that time, but you know, the lines are not perfectly straight, but they're pretty straight, and that speaks to the quality of the drills that were used. Now, I do notice that, again, this was before I started watching videos and realized that you're supposed to get rid of drills that have little holes in them. So, you know, I might pick out some of these drills that had holes in them, just because now I know. But you know, it won't be the worst thing in the world. I'm not sure I'm going to frame this and put it up or anything like that. But if I decide to frame it, I definitely will pick out those drills that have holes in them. But other than that, this diamond painting was a really, really good experience, and so I was happy to be able to finish it last night. Yeah, there's I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Anyway, oh, I think there were some drills that I don't know why, but the canvas was not sticking. I don't know why. It might have been that I got lint on the canvas. I really didn't know anything about diamond painting or protecting a canvas or anything like that. So that might just be some dry weight glue from sticking down some of the drills, because I did do that in a couple of places. It might have been because a few drills popped. Jeez, it's so long ago, and I wasn't taking notes at the time. Anyway, so that's the first Starry Night that I bought. I bought two of these because I had forgotten that I had bought one, and so on Saturday night I saw a friend, and I gave her the second one to do. I wanted to show you the leftover drills from the Dragonfly. So there were a few full bags of drills that were left over. This is the 775. These I definitely will be putting a hazard tag on because they were so bad. I'm not sure if there were quite a few drills left over. There were not too many that I was worried about running out. I think there might have been one or two colors that I thought, no, I'm not sure, like this one here. There's not a lot of this color in the diamond painting, so I think I only got one bag of drills. And so towards the end, I was not sure if I was going to have enough, but there's plenty left over. I do want to show you the trash. So as I mentioned, after the first eighths of the painting, so after I finished the top quarter of the painting, I started realizing that the drills were pretty much all bad. So the only ones I threw away were the absolute worst of the lot. And so these are the drills that I could not keep. The others I was able to fit in one way or another, because there were so many teeny tiny drills that if I had humongous drills, I could sort of put them together and they would kind of fit. But these ones here were they were atrocious. So okay, that blue one that's concave, There were so many like that. So many. And not just in blue. Like the yellow ones I didn't even put in here because I only had one bag of the yellows and I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough to finish the diamond painting. So I used all of the yellows. But yeah, the trash, there really is so much more trash, but it's actually on the canvas because at one point I didn't care anymore. This is not going to be one of my sources of pride. So that's about it. I don't really have anything else to say. I will be cleaning out my containers today and putting away all my drills, putting away the 2 diamond paintings, and hopefully this afternoon, after I go to see Aquaman with my friend Sandy, I will be starting the Golden Mermaid, if not before. Okay? So take care. I will have a whole bunch of unboxings to do for you in a few days because my big Peggy Buy shipment just arrived in Mississauga today. So so that'll be here probably in the next, well, I'll get it probably early next week. And then I will start doing unboxings. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.